welcome back. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm a little bit behind with this, so Madam Glam have sent me this month's collection. Their birthday is in July and they have created like a birthday collection like they do every year, and they sent it me just over a week ago, maybe. And obviously the collection drop was on Friday the 4th of July. But I've been very busy. So it's been a hectic weekend, a hectic week to be honest, maybe the past 2 weeks. But you've probably seen loads of people swatch them. I can't swatch them because I still can't find my swatch sticks. I have no idea where they are. I think I'm literally going to empty all of those cube box unit things to try and find them. But I will obviously show you the name, show you the colours, and I'm going to use 4 of them on today's tutorial. So the first one I showed you was Fiesta Fizz, and it is a gorgeous orange cat eye. Just using it on its own without using a magnet on it is lovely. The glitteriness is beautiful. Second one was Wish Glow, which is also a green cat eye. And then this one is Berry Bliss. I think I'm in love with this one. Oh my gosh. Like I said, you don't even need to use a magnet. Just the glittery polish effect is just beautiful. And then we've got one more cat eye. So there's 4 cat eyes and 4 solid cream colours. This one is like a raspberry colour called Sugar Rush. Again, really, really pretty, just on its own. You don't have to use a magnet on it. It's just beautiful. Honestly, I've never really been that much of a fan of Madam Glam's cat eyes before because they've never given me a wow, apart from the Super Cat Eye and Parisian Nights and Northern Lights. But these ones I'm kind of loving. Then onto the cream solid colours, Lush and Lively. Oh my gosh, isn't it just? It really, really is lively. It's so vibrant. And then this one is called Frosting Fun. Now it's really hard to explain what sort of colour this actually is because on camera it looks blue. It looks like quite a vibrant, bright blue. But when you compare it to the other colour that's a blue, which is called what? Because I can't remember. But this one, when they're together, this looks more cornflower blue, like a lilac-y blue. This one's called Birthday Bash. And the other one, Frosting Fun, looks more like a turquoise aquamarine when it's next to this one. But on its own, it looks very just like plain blue. So it's a bit unusual. It's a very nice colour. Then the last one, another solid, is, oh, it's just beautiful. Party Poppy. It is a very vibrant coral pink and it is perfect for this summertime. So I have decided I'm going to use Party Poppy, this gorgeous pink. I'm going to use Lush and Lively, the green. Frosting Fun, which was like the turquoise aquamarine kind of blue. And then we're going to use the pink cat eye, which was called Sugar Rush. I do also end up using Perfect Black, Bold White, and the pink fiberglass base gel, which obviously all of these that I'm using are from Madam Glam, and you can save 30% using code LittleNailRoom30. I feel very groggy today. I don't know if it's because I had a hangover yesterday after Saturday night. So, you know, I was saying when I did my voiceover in the bath, that was it, because I'd been baking all day. And I was like, I really wanted to tell you why I was baking and why I'm hurting, blah, blah, blah. So it was my sister-in-law's 40th and we were throwing her a surprise party. And I know she watches some of my videos sometimes. And I was like, kind of nearly dropped it. So I ended up doing her a cake. It was a carrot cake because it's her favourite, and we sat down with my mother-in-law and we found loads of pictures of her when she was a kid, like baby and growing up, and we made them into edible images and just slapped them all over the cake, and it was so fun. She loved it. But look at this cat eye, isn't it beautiful? So that is going to have 2 coats. I'm going to do 2 coats of Party Poppy, which is on the index finger, that gorgeous pink, coral pink. 2 coats of the cat eye, which is called Sugar Rush, on the pinky. And then I'm just going to do 1 coat of the pink fiberglass base, but it's going to be almost like like sculptured gel. So we're going to put like a slit layer down first, really, really thin base coat, and then build it up, wipe the bottle brush over the nail to create like a little bead, and then push it towards the cuticle and then sweep it all the way down to the tip. Hold it upside down, make sure that it is nice and smooth. If you need to get a detail brush out, just mush it around a little bit, you can, and then pop it in the lamp to cure. Make sure you wipe over all of them because we are going to be drawing on 3 of them. So the ones that have had the pink fiberglass base, they're the ones that we're going to put some art on. So starting with Party Poppy. Now, can you remember, I've always had like my favourite brush. I've always banged on about, this is my favourite brush. I've had it for 3 years and I gave it a haircut and then it turned into my favourite brush. So I don't know what's happened to it, but it is annihilated. Like, it is destroyed and I cannot fix it. I've dipped it in hot water, like boiling water. That fixes it for like one go and then it's just back to being destroyed again. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. And I can't find the exact same brush again to give it a haircut. So I was like, well, let's just take a brush that was kind of like the same length and give that one a hairbrush and we'll just have a new favourite brush. So I did that to this one. I use it quite a lot. And I was a bit dubious about giving it a haircut because if I ended up ruining it and then this brush is done for as well. So I ended up giving this a haircut so I could do these little leaves. I needed a really, really thin, hairline thin brush. And I think it kind of works, but it's not the same as that blue one. And I really need to find one that is super, super thin. So if you have any recommendations for a really, really, really ultra, ultra fine thin brush, like seriously, a couple of hairs is all it needs to be on there, and I will use it for everything. But yeah, I really, really need to buy a new one. If you know any company or whatever that sells art brushes that are literally like 4 or 5 hairs thick, bristles thick, let me know. Please, please let me know. But back to the actual art. So I'll put the pink down first because it's quite vibrant and because we've put pink on the index and then like a pinky cat eye on the pinky. I didn't want that to be at the foreground. I wanted it to be at the background on the rest of the nails. So we did the pink leaves first, gave them a cure, wipe over with some IPA one more time, because then we're going to take the aqua blue, Frosting Fun it's called. We'll take the blue and we'll do 1 or 2 more leaves. I think we'll just do 1. Yeah, I think with the blue, because it's not that prominent in the rest of the nail art design, we just take 1 leaf and pop that over the top. Then once that's cured, because the green is quite prominent in the design, and I think pink and green goes together so, so well, unbelievably well, that is going to have 2 on the thumb because the thumb's bigger, but like quite a big one as well. Nice big, big leaf. And then 1 big one on the ring finger. And then we can actually switch to the middle finger that has the most kind of art on that one. Now, the only issue is with like layering the leafy things over the top of each other is once you've done the first one, maybe even the second one, when you go to do the second or third, if you're layering over the last one that you did or the first one that you did, obviously it's not super smooth. So you could go ahead and do the first layer of leaves in the one colour, cure it, base coat it, cure it to smooth everything out, and then you've got another super smooth layer that you'll wipe over with IPA to make sure that nothing blooms, and you can do that and build it up. But I end up matte top coating these, and I wanted them matte top coated, so I didn't want to put a base coat over each layer of leaves, because the more layers that you do of a base coat, the more muted it will be when you put a velvet matte top coat on, or just a normal matte top coat. it's almost like a frosted glass effect. And the very first layer, so that pink layer, if I was to do pink leaves, base, turquoise leaves, base, green leaves, matte top coat, those pink leaves are going to be so blurred and faded, and they're not going to stand out nearly as much because of those layers of base coat that you've put on. But if you are going to no wipe top coat, a glossy top coat, then that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and do a base coat in between each of the colours of leaves. So for the last nail, the middle nail, we're going to take Party Poppy, that gorgeous coral pink, and we're going to make like a semicircle almost coming off of the nail. Give that a cure, then mix in a little bit of bold white in with Party Poppy. Do a pale pink layer, just like brush thickness, and before you cure that, go ahead and do the second layer of the Party Poppy on that semicircle kind of shape. Then you can go in with a brush and try and gently blend them together a little bit. Now you could, if you wanted to, do each layer and cure. So do the Party Poppy, cure it, do the pale pink, cure it, because then we're going to do like a pale green and then the actual green. You could do all of those individually, and then when it comes to the second coat, you could put them all on together like at the same time. So the dark green, the pale pink and the pink, without curing in between. Most of the time we don't want to do that. We want to keep like lines super crisp, but we're going to make a watermelon, and when you look at a watermelon, the lines aren't crisp, are they? They're blurred into each other, they're faded into each other slightly, and that's the kind of look that we want to go for a little bit. But I ended up just doing the pink into the pale pink blended, and then the pale green into the green blended, and the greens actually only needed one coat. So very pigmented, very pigmented. If I was to just do the one coat of the Party Poppy, that would have been absolutely fine as well, if I'd used the brush from the bottle, and then it wouldn't be as streaky and blotchy because I used a striping brush to fill it all out. But you really could get away with just slapping all of the colours on all at the same time, and make sure as well you take a little bit of a lint-free wipe and just dab the edges, because we're putting quite a lot of product on, and there's a gap, isn't there? You've got one layer of that pink fiberglass gel, and then you've built up a layer, and it's going to make the sidewalls a little bit thicker in places where you've done that watermelon. So you want to just touch with a little bit of a lint-free wipe and just take off the excess. And taking a tiny dotting tool and dipping it in some Perfect Black just to create some of those little seeds. I do then go in with the tiniest little brush and just try and turn them into like teardrop shapes, which is their seed shape. So once that is done, I'm then gonna cure that, give it a little wipe over again, and we're going back in with the turquoise, and I kind of want it to go over the watermelon just slightly, just a little tiny bit. I don't want to cover it all, but I'm just going to do one leaf of the turquoisey frosting fun colour. Then we're going to give that a cure and a wipe again so that we can go in with Lush and Lively, and this leaf is literally just going to be like a 3. You're just going to see like the top 3 of the leaves, as if the rest of it is not on the nail. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Like I said, you can, if you're wanting to recreate this and you're going to have it glossy, because I know exactly how you feel if you don't like matte. I love looking at matte top coats, like nails and designs that are matte top coated are just something else. They're beautiful, but I cannot stand it on my nails. Just hate the feeling of it, and I feel like they get quite dirty quite quickly as well. It like wants to absorb stains. So yeah, glossy for me, which we did the cat eye in glossy because I think it needs it. It's beautiful, and the rest of it is matte. But what do you think? Again, I can't remember where I saw this design. It was like, just, you know when you load something up and it's there and then it quickly refreshes and it's gone. I saw this, don't know whether it was Instagram or Pinterest or TikTok, but it was there in a flash and it was gone. But I loved it, and I tried to quickly draw it while it was still in my head and recreate it a little bit, and hopefully I did it right. If you know who the original artist is, please do let me know so I can credit them. Everything I've used today is going to be linked in the description box down below as always, but I really do hope you like this video. I upload every Monday, Tuesday for members, and every Thursday, and then we do a special episode on a Friday, Flinging Flanging Fridays. So it would be great if you could stick around. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you want to join the membership and take part in Flinging Flanging Fridays, follow the links in the description box. But thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.